for the long term, the ultimate goal of serving Krishna. So use our gold, use our money in those services of Krishna, and preach by books, distribute books as far as we can, and bring back that love of God and serving God that's so degraded in this age of Kali, where Kali's dominance is growing more and more and more, and with alcohol being legal and illicit sex being rampant, marriage rates declining, divorce rates declining, all of that. So we must continue as servants of Krishna to preach keep the religious principles alive and teach the love of God through our chanting Hare Krishna, the most valuable asset. So there's also a story of now I've lost the name. I'll tell the story anyway. It was one of the Goswamis who had a touchstone and could turn anything to gold with this touchstone. But he didn't deem it very important. And so he just kept it on the rubbish heap. And someone heard of this and said, why don't you use this touchstone? Or where is this touchstone? And the Goswami gave it to him, said, you can have it. And so this person took it away, but then came back later and said, well, if this is, you've just put it on the rubbish heap, it's not that important, you must have something even more important than this touchstone. And he said, yes, I do. And said, but first you must throw away the touchstone, and then I will share the most important thing with you. And so sure enough, this person went and threw the touchstone into the river, came back, and Goswami told him that she gave him the Mahamantra, that is the most precious gift we have, is the chanting of the Mahamantra, which we are very fortunate that we have. And know that by chanting it and by serving Krishna, we can also go back to Godhead, the most sought after place, live forever with God, and eternally not be subject to the birth and death and diseases, old age of this material world. So, any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavata Pranam. Thank you very much for your class and bringing out the inner point of this verse, that which Parikshit, this story of Parikshit Maharaj and the Koli, where it is being pointed out initially, Koli was given 4 places to reside, and they were the places where falsity, intoxication, prostitution, and these are the places where he was allowed to stay. But subsequently, on the further request of Koli, Parikshit Maharaj told him to decide to gold him. When he further requested for that, he was given a place on the place of gold, because gold normally encourages falsity, intoxication, prostitution, envy, and enmity. And even in the present day also, as Prabhupada in that verse has told, that even the gold standard where the government utilizes falsity in the sense the reserve gold is limited, but they use currency in an unlimited way. I mean, far beyond this. So these are all places of impurity and all these things. And this is the great aspect of Kali. But people in this material world are so much attached to these things that they do not understand the purpose of life because while they remain attached to that. And in this verse, in fact, it is being told what is the way we should look at the things when we utilize the things in this material world. We have to be careful, and we can utilize it for the service of the Lord. It is always possible, because when we utilize it for the service of the Lord, that is a proper use of the things. For a human being who are endowed with intelligence than other living beings, so they should understand the goal of life and utilize it everything for the service of the Lord. But most of the people in this material world do not understand the goal of the life, and they utilize it for their personal sense gratification, which is no better life than an animal life. On the other hand, some people, the Mayavadi people in particular, they thought that the resources or the things they want to abstain from all this. They restrict their senses by utilizing this, and they think that they are material. But Prabhupada is told that for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, what we do is that we utilize it for the service of the Lord, because anything that is not divorced from the Lord, so everything has relation to the Lord. So when we utilize it for the service of the Lord, we can use it, and in this way it is a better service for the material things. Otherwise, it becomes a source of trouble and case for downfall for individual life, and one is sure to fail in his goal of life if he utilizes it for his personal sense gratification. Hare Krishna Mataji, this is my observation of the things. Thank you very much for your class.
Thank you. Thank you for your summary too.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much for your class. I was thinking through all the class that as human form of life, we are so limited in comfort zones, like we can only tolerate temperatures just within, comfortable temperature, just very, very small range, and, atmosphere pressure. I think the money income is also quite, it's when you're so limited in money, you suffer so much. When you have too much money, you also suffer. And when you have enough, you can feel comfortable. But being a Vaishnavi, knowing of your main life goal and purpose, puts even more responsibility on you, how you handle your money. I mean, being a human being, you not only must think of, senses, gratification and everything. So it's quite a fine line of where you still chase for some basic comfort and maintaining your life and life of your family. And it's very hard when you start getting some extra money. Our human ego tries to still, increase the comfort instead of bringing that in Krishna's service. So it's something that we must be really attentive and aware of, how we, even when Krishna gives us some more Lakshmi, to, it's more like an exam rather than like a reward. That's what my realization from the class. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions?
Well, there doesn't seem to be, so I think we'll pass here. Anybody else?
I just wanted to say something, Prabhu, if I may, Mataji.
Yeah, I think, go ahead.
Now, when you talked about gold, for me, the thought came that why not get attached to Hemavarnam, Lord Chaitanya? He's molten gold. He's a form of molten gold. So this verse reminded me of him, and that how we can get attached to him. gold in that form is very good for us because we are attached to Lord Chaitanya. Then through him we can approach Lord Krishna. That was my realization for today. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes, thank you. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki.
Jai.
Jai.
Kalpatarubhascha
Patitanam Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo namo.
Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai.
This is Hannah Mataji
Bhaktin Hannah
ki
Mataji Ki Jai. Bad Ki Jai.
Jai.
Gaur Hari
Gaur
Hari.
Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Hare Bol.
All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.